Thank you, all of you, for coming to the first and hopefully only, because we don't need it anymore, UnCancel Canada Day barbecue. I'm honored to be surrounded by so many of you, but I wanted to ask you guys a question just to start off with, to get a sense of where you guys are all coming from and why is everybody here. So just by round of applause, is there anybody here who's proud to be Canadian? So, sounded like a couple of you, but let's just ask again, see if we can find any more. Is there anyone here who's proud to be Canadian? And it's so good to see so many of you here, because if you've been reading the news at all over the past weeks and months, you'd think we live in some terrible, racist, dystopian society, where the one day that we all share, where we're supposed to put aside our differences and come together as Canadians to celebrate this country, to celebrate Canada, is supposed to be canceled. Where we're now all required to walk around and hang our heads in some, perpetual and collective sense of shame that this country is somehow irredeemable from. And you know what? I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Absolutely.
And I'm tired of all the misinformation, the manipulation. I'm tired of all the lies. And I'm tired, maybe most of all, of the narrative of watching the narrative of this country and its story, its foundational stories, be dragged through the mud and hijacked by a small group of radical activists and political extremists. I'm tired of watching it.
Oh, here.
And I feel that I was kind of there when this first started happening in Canada. It was 3 years ago in Victoria at 4 a.m. when the mayor of that city became the first one in the country to tear down a statue of Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald. I watched it happen. It was a disgrace. Toppling the monument to the man who built this country, united us, and delivered on the audacious promise of a national railway, and without whom this country wouldn't even exist. Think about that for a second. A world without Canada. Have we forgotten what that would mean? What that would look like? One of the roles of this country since its inception in 1867 has been serving as a beacon of hope, freedom, and opportunity, where millions have come from around the world seeking refuge of every imaginable ethnicity and creed in search of a better life.
Yes, here.
And my grandfather was one of those people. He fled a murderous, brutish communist regime in 1956 that repressed freedom of speech and freedom of expression, that went around killing its own citizens. He left in 1956. He's 90 years old today. But I'll tell you one thing. He flies the Canadian flag, the red and white, the maple leaf, every single day. And there's no way in hell he's ever tearing it down because some socialist mayor in Victoria tells him that he should be ashamed of his country. Not a freaking chance. Not a freaking chance. Have we forgotten what stories like that mean? Or our contributions through 2 world wars, through Korea, through Afghanistan, where 100,000 Canadians sacrificed their lives on the altar of freedom to protect us and the world from tyranny. Have we forgotten what stories like this mean? In all honesty, I'm worried that some in our society have, which is why I have decided to take the next step in seeking the leadership of the terribly branded and soon to be renamed, I think, BC Liberal Party, and ultimately the Premier of this incredible province. And I am doing that before you guys get just too excited by officially rolling out an exploratory committee, and I hope to have a final decision very, very soon, and one that you guys can all be very excited about. And one final word to my favorite people of all, my detractors, who are probably watching the video right now in some bizarre form of self-flagellation on Facebook or YouTube, who question whether I have the commitment or the resolve to see this struggle through. So let me tell them something. I am in this fight, whatever that may be, for the long haul. Inch by inch, yard by yard, whatever it takes, I will stop those who seek to undermine the foundation and identity of this country, whatever it takes. And when the NDP or anyone in the media or whoever else, and this will end up happening, come after me or come after any of you or people like us, I promise you this, no matter what, I will not cower, I will not capitulate, and I will never let you down. Thank you for coming to this incredible barbecue and celebrating the 154th birthday of this incredible country.